Hello! So this week is the 2013 Banned Books Week, and I have chosen Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone to read from. I chose Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone because it was the first book I had actually experienced a book being banned and or challenged. I was 11 years old when the book was first released in the United States. In the conservative households, or in general, there was a large uproar about the actual Harry Potter series. In honor of J.K. Rowling and in honor of Banned Book Week, I decided to start from the very beginning of the series and read part of the first chapter of The Sorcerer's Stone. Chapter 1. The Boy Who Lived. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal, thank you very much. They were the last people you'd expect to be involved in anything strange or mysterious, because they just didn't hold with such nonsense. Mr. Dursley was the director of a firm called Grunnings, which made drills. He was a big, beefy man with hardly any neck, although he did have a very large mustache. Mrs. Dursley was thin and blonde and had nearly twice the usual amount of neck, which came in very useful as she spent so much of her time craning over garden fences, spying on the neighbors. The Dursleys had a small son called Dudley, and in their opinion there was no finer boy anywhere. The Dursleys had everything they wanted, but they also had a secret, and their greatest fear was that somebody would discover it. They didn't think they could bear it if anyone found out about the Potters. Mrs. Potter was Mrs. Dursley's sister, but they hadn't met for several years. In fact, Mrs. Dursley pretended she didn't have a sister, because her sister and her good-for-nothing husband were as un-Dursleyish as possible to be. The Dursleys shuddered to think what the neighbors would say if the Potters arrived in the street. The Dursleys knew that the Potters had a small son, too, but they had never even seen him. This boy was another good reason for keeping the Potters away. They didn't want Dudley mixing with a child like that. I know that was really short, but I will explain in my next video why I decided to choose Harry Potter and my experience about the controversy surrounding the series when it first came to America, and also why I chose that particular part of the chapter to read. So you can click right here and check out my next video, which explains all of this about Harry Potter. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to read some banned books and spread the word. Bye!